Aloha mai kākou, and welcome to our Air Ecoversity Basic Hawaiian Protocol webinar series. My name is Dr. Ku Kahakalau, better known as Auntie Ku, and today we will be learning about Hawaiian greeting protocol. Because we believe makahana ka'ike, by doing one learns, we're going to start this webinar with a basic opening protocol that begins with e ho mai, a chant that we do to center and focus ourselves, followed by aloha e, which is a greeting chant that we will learn today. Then I will introduce myself based on the places that have shaped me into who I am today, and then share a little bit of my mo'oku auhau, or genealogy. Ma kau kau, if you know e ho mai, please join me. E ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e, o nā mea huna no e au o nā meli. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai ai, e ho mai ka ike mai luna mai, o nā mea huna no i au o nā meli. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai ai, e ho mai ka ike mai luna mai, o nā mea huna no i au o nā meli. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai. Aloha e, aloha e nā ākua, aloha e nā au mākua, aloha e nā li'i o Hawaii, aloha e nā kūpuna, aloha e nā mākua, aloha e ka lehulehu, aloha e. Aloha mai kākou, o wau o ku, hina hina ku i ka hakai, ka hakalau. O Honolulu, ku'u o Nehānau. O Makua, ku'u kai. O Hawaii, ku'u mokupuni. O Ka'u, ku'u moku. O Kilauea, ku'u mauna. O Waipio, ku'u awawa. O Kukui Haile, ku'u kūlana kauhale. O Kia, ku'u mo'oku auhau. O Daniela ke kino ka hakalau ke kāne, o Kiao o Pupele ka wahine. Noho Pulawa, Hānau Maila, o William kia honui ka hakalau. O William kia honui ka hakalau ke kāne, o Irene Doe ka wahine. Noho Pulawa, Hānau Maila o Robert ka hakalau. O Robert ka hakalau ke kāne, o Frida Schmidt ka wahine. Noho Pulawa, Hānau Maila o ku, hina hina kui ka hakai ka hakalau. O wau no o ku, hina hina kui ka hakai ka hakalau. Aloha. So today we're going to be focusing on Hawaiian greeting protocol. We already did our opening protocol, which consisted of e ho mai to focus ourselves, aloha e, and my introduction. So in addition to aloha e, we will also learn mahalo e today, which is a chant that is very similar to aloha e, except that it's in reverse order. Then we're going to learn a little bit more about greeting basics and a very important olelo no iau that is called aloha kekahi kekahi. Can you please repeat after me? Aloha kekahi ikekahi. Mai kai. Hana ho. Aloha kekahi ikekahi. Excellent. We are going to learn a little bit more also about this kekahi ikekahi pattern, and you'll be surprised how many sentences you can already make in Hawaiian with all the words that you already know. And then we're going to have a case study that also focuses on this olelo no iau, aloha kekahi kekahi, and how we can relate to one another as Hawaiians. Our webinar will end with a closing protocol, which will be the chant Mahalo e, which we will learn today. When it comes to protocol, there are many definitions, but the easiest to remember is doing the right thing at the right time for the right reason. When we talk about greeting protocol, we're basically saying that the right thing to do is to establish and maintain intimate connections and relations with the people, the environment, and the spiritual world whenever we have an opportunity to do so. Greeting protocol also helps us acknowledge the genealogy and the mana of the people and the places that we interact with. And it allows us to ask for permission to enter so that we just don't waltz in to a house or a forest or a place of significance. What greeting protocol does, it shows that we understand that we're visitors and that we acknowledge that this is not our home, but the home of other Kanaka, of other plants, of other beings, and that we need to be mindful and respectful as we enter their place, their home. And so, for example, when we enter the forest, we make sure that we don't take any rubbish or any kind of diseases into that forest, and that we don't disturb the place in any kind of way. Finally, greeting protocol also helps us acknowledge and show our visitors, our guests, or our hosts that we appreciated our time with them and that we want to thank them for their generosity. Hawaiian protocol is pretty much the same as it is practiced in other places in Polynesia. It begins with an opening greeting that we call outside in. Basically what that means is we acknowledge the highest entity, the most powerful entity, the most respected entity first, and then we work our way down all the way to the least significant entity that is there. In our case, we're going to learn how to do that through the chant Aloha e Ye. Then, whatever the main part of the story or the action is going to be comes next. And then our closing goes the exact opposite way, which we call inside out. And what that means is we start with the least significant entity and we work our way out to the most significant entity, as we will learn in the chant Mahalo e Ye. So let's first listen to Aloha e Ye by watching a little video.
Aloha e Ie. Aloha e nā akua. Aloha e nā aumakua. Aloha e nā lio Hawaii. Aloha e nā kupuna. Aloha e nā makua. Aloha e ka lehule
Mai kai. Alright. So this greeting chant is a very, very simple and basic chant, yet it can be used in so many different areas and for so many different occasions. So as I mentioned, it follows that outside in protocol. So the first thing that we greet are the Akua, which are the deities. Then we go down to the Aumakua, which are the ancestors. Then to the chiefs of Hawaii. And that can be our ancient chiefs as well as our current leaders. Then we acknowledge the Kupuna. Then the Makua, which are the adults. And then the Lehu Lehu. And the Lehu Lehu can really include everybody. The Keiki and the Apio that are here. It can include the animals and pets that are in the area, or even the little mo'o that's up on the wall listening to our presentation. So let's repeat together. Aloha e. Aloha e nā kua. Aloha e nā auma kua. Aloha e nā li'i o Hawaii. Aloha e nā kupuna. Aloha e nā makua. Aloha e ka lehu lehu. Aloha e. So again, deities, ancestors, chiefs, elders, adults, and every other being that is in our presence. Can we try and chant it together now? Makauka. Here we go. Aloha e. Aloha e nā akua. Aloha e nā aumakua. Aloha e nā li'i o Hawaii. Aloha e nā kupuna. Aloha e nā makua. Aloha e ka lehu lehu. Aloha e. Mai kai. So keep practicing this chant over and over until you're very comfortable with it. Those of you who speak Hawaiian language, you can insert other entities if you want to greet them specifically, as long as you follow that outside in order. If you are on Maui, for example, instead of saying Aloha e nā li'i o Hawaii, you can switch it to Aloha e nā li'i o Maui. Or if you're in Aotearoa and you need to greet an audience, you can say Aloha e nā li'i o Aotearoa. So you can play with the chant and change pieces of it as you need to. And I think that's a really exciting thing about this chant, is that it can be modified quite easily. The next chant that we will listen to and watch a video about is called Mahalo e Ye. Are we ready? Here we go.
Mahalo e ie.
Mahalo e nā lehu lehu. Mahalo e nā makua. Mahalo e nā kupuna. Mahalo e nā li'i o Hawaii. Mahalo e nā aumakua. Mahalo e nā akua. Mahalo e ie.
Mai kai. So this chant, as I mentioned, is in the reverse order than our Aloha e Ye chant, and it actually starts from the inside and then goes outward, meaning we start with the least significant and we go out to the most significant. So that means we start with the multitudes, then we go to the adults, then to the elders, then to the chiefs, then to the ancestors, and then to the akua, the deities. Makaukau, repeat after me, please. Mahalo e. Mahalo e ka lehu. Mahalo e nā makua. Mahalo e nā kūpuna. Mahalo e nā li'i o Hawaii. Mahalo e nā aumakua. Mahalo e nā akua. Mahalo e. Great. So similar to aloha e ye, if you are on Kauai, you can change mahalo e nā li'i o Kauai. If you're on Molokai, you can say mahalo e nā li'i o Molokai. The great thing about this chant as well is that you can add different layers, again, as long as you follow that inside out pattern. So when we talk about basic greeting protocol, we talk about an opening and a closing greeting. The opening greeting that we learned today is aloha e ye, and the closing greeting we learned was mahalo e ye. The main part can be really anything. It could be a welcoming speech to guests at a family reunion, a luau, or a graduation, and that would be squeezed right in between aloha e ye and mahalo e ye. It could be a presentation or a lecture or workshop that you're giving somewhere on pretty much any topic. You can also use it before and after you enter a forest or any other area to gather things, to go fishing or hunting. And you can use it to visit a special place or to greet people from pretty much around the world. So we always start with greeting by sharing our aloha, and then we end with thanking and showing our gratitude. Olelo no Eau are some of the foundations of our philosophy as Hawaiians. And so it's really, really important that we learn as many Olelo no Eau as we can, and not only learn them and use them, but practice them as a way of life. This is probably one of the most important Olelo no Eau. Even though it's not found in the Puke Olelo no Eau, it was something that our kupuna, the last generation of Manaleo, used all the time. And it is aloha ke kahi I ke kahi. Hanaho? Aloha ke kahi I ke kahi. Aloha ke kahi I ke kahi means to love one another. Aloha really has many meanings, but in this case, the primary meaning would be love one another. But can we say it one more time? Aloha ke kahi I ke kahi. Mai kai. One more time. Aloha ke kahi I ke kahi. This Olelo no Eau is so easy, I'm sure you can memorize it by just saying it 2 or 3 times. Now the exciting part is that we can use this Olelo no Eau to make many other Hawaiian sentences just by substituting another word for aloha. For example, Mālama ke kahi I ke kahi. Anaho? Kokua ke kahi I ke kahi. Mahalo ke kahi I ke kahi. Honi ke kahi I ke kahi. Ho'olauna ke kahi I ke kahi. Aloha we all know means love, so aloha ke kahi means love one another. Mālama, as many of you know, means to take care. And so mālama ke kahi means to take care of one another. Kokua ke kahi means help one another. Mahalo ke kahi means be grateful for one another or thank one another. Honi ke kahi, I'm sure you can all figure that one out. It's to kiss one another or touch noses. And ho'olauna ke kahi means to greet one another or introduce yourselves to each other. Ka ko'o ke kahi. Can you repeat that after me, please? Ka ko'o ke kahi. Puliki ke kahi. Hilina'i ke kahi. Ho'olohe ke kahi. Pulama ke kahi. Ho'ohau'oli ke kahi. Now these words are not as commonly known as the first column, but some of you might be familiar with them. Ka ko'o means to support. So ka ko'o ke kahi is to support one another. Puliki, very nice word to know, means to hug. Puliki ke kahi, hug one another. Hilina'i means to trust. So hilina'i ke kahi, trust one another. Ho'olohe, to listen. Ho'olohe ke kahi, listen to one another. Pulama is the Hawaiian word for cherish. And so pulama ke kahi means to cherish one another. And finally, ho'ohau'oli ke kahi means to make one another happy. Ho'ohau'oli, to make somebody happy, to cause happiness. Our case study today is entitled Aloha ke kahi, which we now know means love one another, because that's really the theme of this case study. So what I'd like you to do is either read along or to listen as we go through this case study, and then we will have some time to answer some of the questions in regards to the case study afterwards. Makau? Alright, here we go. Today is Kaleo's first day, and both he and his grandma are excited already as they head to the early childhood kauhale. As they approach the classroom, they see a friendly young Hawaiian lady standing at the door greeting everyone as they enter. Aloha mai, pehea olua. The lady greets a mother and her young daughter. Aloha kakahiaka e ana ke lauae, mai ka I maua mahalo, responds the young mother as she kisses the teacher on the cheek. Her toddler, Lilinoi, who is right behind her, also kisses Auntie Lawai before they enter the room. Aloha, Auntie Lawai, says another young mother, holding an infant in her arm as she approaches the classroom with two chubby twin boys running ahead of her. Hui, you two, don't forget to honi Auntie, she says to her toddlers, who are excited to enter the classroom. Then she too kisses the teacher. How's Grandpa? Asks Auntie Lawai. Not too good, but at least he's not getting worse. For a while we thought he was gonna make. We'll continue to pule for him, okay? Mahalo nui, responds the mother. Aloha, says Kaleo's tutu. This is Kaleo and I'm Mokihana. This is our first day here. Aloha nui, responds Auntie Lawai. And welcome, Oloae ko'uinoa. I'm Auntie Lawai, one of the staff members here. We're so glad you came. My, come inside. Let's introduce you to the other kumu, keiki, and caregivers. Inside the classroom, Kaleo and his grandma are introduced to everyone who's already there and are showered with hugs and kisses. With all the aloha shown to them, they immediately feel at home. When it's 9 a.m., everyone is asked to stand in a line facing the east to begin morning protocol. Just as they're about to start, the twin boys start to kick one another. Hui, hiki. Aloha ke kahi, says Auntie Lawai. Please be nice to one another. This is not how we act here, right? Yes, Auntie. Sorry, respond the twins in unison. The protocol starts with a greeting chant called Aloha e. This chant follows a tradition of greeting protocol used not only in Hawaii but throughout the Pacific, known as outside in. This means that the greeting starts with the most respected entity, which is the akua, then it greets the aumakua or the ancestors, then the ali'i or chiefs, then the kupuna, then the makua, who are the parents, and finally the lehu or multitudes, which includes the keiki. At the beginning of the school year, both the teachers and the caregivers were kind of hila chanting, but now everyone finally knows the words. They feel a little bit more comfortable. For Kaleo and his tutu, chanting in Hawaiian is something brand new, and Tuti Mokohana isn't quite sure if she's able to memorize the chant. No worry, another kupuna caregiver she knows from church told her. None of us knew this only a few months ago, and now look at us. If we can learn it, so can you. If you like, we can practice after. That would be nice, says Tutumokihana. Mahalo nui. Ole pilikia, her friend replies. One thing about this program is that we are all one big ohana, and that means that we not only love one another, but we also kokua one another whenever we can. In Hawaiian, we call it aloha kikahi, says Etilawae, who has overheard their conversation. It's the way our kupuna lived, and it is still a good way for us to live today. It's also what makes our program so special. Everyone cares for the other person, especially our keiki. No matter whose keiki it is, we all make sure that every keiki is cared for and loved, and that all keiki feel safe and protected when they're here. According to the kupuna, that's what aloha is all about. To be loving and kind, affectionate and compassionate, merciful and charitable at all times. Part of the lesson today focuses on the many meanings of aloha, including love, affection, compassion, mercy, sympathy, kindness, sentiment, charity, and grace. Auntie Lawa'e explains, living on islands with limited resources, separated by thousands of miles of ocean from any other people, caused our kupuna to realize that the best way to survive was to cherish and to take care of one another, the environment, and the spiritual world. That's why sharing aloha is such an important part of being Hawaiian. It's what makes us unique as a people. Another teacher jumps in. When you think about it, pretty much all of us use the word aloha every day when we greet one another. And most of us are familiar with Hawaiian greetings like aloha mai, welina, ano ai, or ke aloha no. Then there's also aloha oi, which literally means may you be loved, and is used when you're greeting one person. And aloha kawa, which means may there be friendship or love between us, it can also be used when greeting one person. And then there's aloha kako, which is used when greeting more than one person and literally means may there be love between all of us. Today we also use aloha kakahiaka, good morning, and aloha ahiahi, good evening. These are not traditional greetings but were introduced by foreigners and have become a part of the way we greet one another. The morning flies by too fast. The next thing you know, it's time for the Oli Mahalo, or chant of gratitude. This chant, called Mahalo e, follows the same pattern as Aloha e, but in reverse order, meaning our first mahalo is to the lehu or multitude, then to the parents, then to the grandparents, then to the chiefs, the ancestors, and the akua. This sequence is called Inside Out. Tutu Mokihana is truly grateful that she has found an early childhood program for a Mo'opuna Kaleo, where they can both learn more about being Hawaiian and how to say simple things in Hawaiian. She's also excited to listen to and study the 2 chants she has learned today at home. She's pretty sure Kaleo's mom can help her get on the internet and find the chants on the program's website. Most of all, Tutu Mokihana loves the atmosphere of aloha that can be felt from the moment one steps into the classroom. Auntie Lawa'e had called it Aloha Kikahi Kikahi and described it as the most important component of any Hawaiian program. Sounds right to me, Tutu Mokihana explained to Kalea when they got home. Our kupuna knew, without aloha we cannot thrive. That's why it's so important to Aloha Kikahi Kikahi. So as you reflect on this case study, I'd like you to think about it. If you have people that you can talk to, please share with one another. What is something that you could totally relate to in this case study? What is something that amazed you or surprised you or anything that excited you? So that's one of the activities that we would like to engage in now. So those of you who have an opportunity to do that, please do so. We also want you to discuss how this Olelo no Eao, Aloha Kikahi Kikahi, is integrated into this case. Where is it explicit, meaning obvious? Where is it implied? And as you talk about Aloha Kikahi Kikahi, also think about how can you integrate Aloha Kikahi Kikahi into the work that you do, or into your personal life, into the things that you do with your ohana, your community, or elsewhere. And how can Aloha Kikahi Kikahi become a way of life for all of us as a lahui? As we close this seminar, we are really grateful for the opportunity to share with you the things that have been passed down to us. And so our closing chant, Mahalo e Ye, is really a only mahalo, a chant of gratitude to our teachers, to our ancestors, and to all of those who came before us. Please join me as we chant Mahalo e. Makaukau. Mahalo e Ye. Mahalo e ka lehu lehu, mahalo e nā mākua, mahalo e nā kupuna, mahalo e nā li'i o Hawaii, mahalo e nā au mākua, mahalo e nā kua, mahalo e. Mahalo nui for joining us today. Hope to see you at another Ea Ecoversity webinar. Aloha.